One of the absolute GOATs from the past has returned. Mako, back in the day, dominated the sustain meta. Every single team had this unit on it. If you were using dark units, demon characters, human characters, it did not matter, you had Mako. And why didn't you? She literally was the best of everything. She was a very unique type of Arch Shin that allowed her to stack with every single Arch Shinner in the game. She offered various damage buffs with her arts damage and damage res down on the art, and not to mention too the crazy iframes on her true art. This thing literally will just save you if a boss has a nuke at the very end of a fight. And I myself never ever thought that they would redo her or like remake this unit or buff her. I mean, Kill la Kill was gone for years. Why would they ever bring back Kill la Kill? And well, they did with the Ascended era. They brought back Kill la Kill. We had Hoka, Uzu, all of them, and then we had all of the Dream Awakenings for the original cast. And these Dream Awakenings for Mako were something special, especially the Light Dream, being able to give her art gauge to all human allies passively and also buff up her own equipment CT speed as well, which is amazing. That's literally like the main thing she wants is equipment CT speed and more Arch Shin. I mean, who's complaining about that? Which, by the way, this is going to be the main dream we're going to be looking at today. And with this passive, it pretty much kind of solidifies her as one of the queens of the support role for at least human characters. Of course, we still have our king, which is Haruto. He's an absolute GOAT when it comes to the human units, right? With the healing, with the Arch Shin. The main thing there, of course, is the Arch Shin, because that's like the big thing that you're getting whenever you're using Haruto. But now Mako is also an option, which still in the Ascended era, she is a very solid one. Being able to also offer a true weapon that is extremely good too, not to mention as well, it's discounted in the Rainbow Gem shop. So if you don't have this and you have Mako, put it on her. What are you doing? If you want to make your Mako just a bit better though, you can also use heal items that are like Fina Devil Wings or Demonic Wicked Globe, and you can also put on a B3 Claw in that 4-star physical slot since it gives her more Arch Shin, thus making it to where she can Arch Shin better for the rest of your team. Oh, and last but not least, of course, crest slots, right? Arch Shin up, equipment CT. Very simple. To test how good Mako was to nowadays standards, I had to take her up against some of the toughest fights in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about we started out with the Memories of the Comet, using Mako, Hoka, War God Finn, and Shiro Emiya. This team has so much survivability, so much healing, so much damage ups, and tons of Arch Shin. Literally, just this team alone has, in total, 15 Arch Shin. Wait, nope, I messed up because everybody on the team's a human, so 17 arts per second just through the units alone, not even factoring in equips yet, which is insane. One thing I don't see people talk about enough with Mako is the action speed down. The action speed down is one of the strongest debuffs that I've ever seen in this game, and not a lot of units have it, and I think it's for a good reason. Being able to slow a boss down whenever they're doing like their main mechanics or their main gimmick, pretty much slow down the fight, specifically only for them, is insanely valuable. And I don't see people talking about this enough because that is such a insane ability. It's one of the things that I really value on Mako, and one of the reasons why I say Mako is one of the best characters. Look at the damage charts, the boy War God Finn on top, of course. Now let's see if Emperor stands a chance. Not only does Mako just offer so much support just for humans, but you can really use this character with practically anybody. And if you're brand new to the game and you wind up getting Mako through like your ticket or whatever, extremely good, man. You got a character that literally works with everybody. Mako is the perfect support for a new player, offering you Arch Shin, a damage buff, healing. Literally, the baseline is there. If you're just starting out during this crossover, or maybe you got Mako and you're waiting for the fake crossover, you're gonna be able to use Mako even with those characters because all of those units are human characters. The amount of human units in the game is insane. Literally everything you would want in a support and more. But unfortunately, Emperor didn't really stand a chance. Chobei kind of just did Chobei things and just bonked him a few times. 15 million from Chobei, 111,000 recovery from the girl Mako. Now it's time to see if she can stand up against the actual toughest fight in the Grand Summoner story. Against the Uga fight, we went with a very simple team here. The usual stuff. I did actually go with Despair. I was feeling a little spicy with Kirisame. I wanted a bit more physical res down, kind of see if that helped the time a bit. And to me, it may have helped it just a tiny bit, but I didn't really tell a difference. Either way, I just like pressing the button. But as you see on this team too, with Star God Lisa, one of the newest characters, one of the best support units in the game, Mako was able to synergize with her extremely well. But against Uga, it worked really well. We're using 3 support units practically with Kirisame. Kirisame. If Kirisame died here, I would be, I don't know, I would just be astonished. So much healing is on this team, so much equipment CT2, so when Kirisame is always able to have his abilities up. Another thing is too, is that we have action speed down, which is able to slow down Uga to where Kirisame's not getting hit by Uga's true art like every single second. And yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say here. Mako is back and she is doing Mako things. Now, one thing you may be asking yourself, is it worth to actually summon for this character or go for her now with, you know, her return, or should I just skip out on her? Unless you're brand new to the game, I wouldn't recommend actually going for Mako. The reason why is just because we have so many other support units in the game now that are able to help you, and so many other support units coming to the game, like Chloe, for an example, from Summer Fate. Getting this unit is going to be good, but she'll probably get benched for you. It's really good though if you're a brand new player. And even if you're not a brand new player and you're an older player who has Mako, it's just nice to have this unit because you have another character that you can use that you may want to use, you know, when it comes to Summoner's Road or when it comes to like a certain event. Maybe you just feel like that Mako would be best here instead of just using whatever character you were going to use. Brand new to the game though, highly recommend that if you can, try to get Mako. I wouldn't pity her by any means, but if you got lucky and you managed to get her from the ticket summon or something, that is insane. If you didn't get her from the ticket summon though, and you already did like a summon on her banner and you didn't get lucky with her, then I would say probably just skip out and just pick up like regular Finn, because more than likely you re-rolled for Hoka anyway. Or, you know, maybe you got Haruto from your forever summon. Either way, Mako is still an insane support unit that's going to be able to help you out so much, especially if you don't have the other ascended options at the current moment. Since she is a support character, she's timeless. Literally won't ever really be power crept like that, and is always going to be somewhere in the meta and somewhat useful to you even for years to come. May not always be the best option, of course, but will always be an option for you. You guys tell me down below though what you all think about Mako's buffs and her returning with her Dream Awakenings. Are you guys loving this unit again, or are you guys just like, it's kind of whatever, she's not as good as ascended units, or whatever it may be? Let me know all that type of stuff down below in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed this video, have me check out either one of the other videos popping on the screen right now. Great content, guarantee you love them. Oh, and one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.